Sinatra. Alright. Yeah, homie, I'm coming, and I'm never gonna.
Yo guys, what's going on? Monnix here, come back at your new tutorial here in Adobe After Effects. Actually what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do today is something I did in Chaos Raw's Oh So Raw episode 3, and that was duplicating the character during the cinematic. I'll just go to the part where it is. I believe it's over here, right before this. Right after this, you're going to see as he's running, he leaves behind a duplication of himself. Right there, as you can see, it's a little bit laggy, so I'll play it one more time. So right there, he gets left behind, and then the character fades out. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that today. I have a 10-minute limit on this recorder, so I'm just going to not rush through it, but go a little bit fast. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to open up a new composition in Adobe After Effects, 1280 by 720. And what basically you're going to do first is you're going to find the first spot where you want the guy to be duplicated, basically. So I'm going to say about right there. So I'm going to hit Control D, which would duplicate the layer, and then on the top layer hit Control Shift D and delete the first portion of it. Now on the top layer, right click it, go to time, and freeze the frame. So now basically what happens is that when he runs until he gets to that point, and then he just stops right there. So now basically what you want to do is, in order to do it 3 more times, just going to turn off this layer first, hit this little eye over here, and then go to the second point where you want him to be duplicated. So I'll say about right there looks good. You want to try to get a good, like, he's a little blurry right there because there's built-in motion blur in Gears of War 3, so I would say go to the next frame. Okay, that looks pretty good. So just duplicate the bottom layer once again, move the layer up to the top, Control Shift D, and boom, right there. And then freeze the frame. Now, since I'm pressed for time, I won't do it 3 times, I'll only do it twice. So basically, as you can see here, he's going to go, and then he's going to stop right there. That's what basically you should have right now. So let's turn this layer back on. Just hit the little eye once again. Okay, so basically what you're going to do first is you're going to go to the first layer where you want him to stop first, and you're going to start masking around him. Now this does take a lot of time, and I really encourage you guys to take a lot of time with your edits, because the more time you take, the better they're going to come out, obviously. So let's just do this real quick. This is going to be really rough. So basically just want to just mask around him. Okay, hang on. Yep, and this does get boring, I'm not gonna lie. So okay, and just keep masking him. Now after this, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna create another mask, because as you'll see after I'm done masking the character right now, is that it actually looks like he's just floating. So we obviously don't want that. That doesn't look too good. So as you can see right now, what's happening is that he'll run, and then he'll keep going, but it looks like he's floating in midair, which we don't want. So what we want to do is we also want to mask the shadow that is underneath him. So just zoom in once again, and now you just want to mask out the shadow, and what that does is leave the shadow behind. And I really do encourage you guys to do the shadow, because if you don't, it really doesn't look that nice. Because it'll look like he's just floating in midair, and it doesn't look good at all. But you guys can do this more than 2 times. As you guys saw in the edit, I did it 3. I'm just pressed for time, but I've seen people do it like 8 times in one cinematic where they duplicated the character. And then what I'm also going to show you guys after this is how to fade him out, and that's really simple. Actually, it's just really opacity. But just done right there. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to go to that same layer and go to hit M on the keyboard and go to your masks, and increase the feather to either 2 or 3 based on preference. I usually make it 3. Do it for both of them. Okay, and then what's going to happen now is that you're going to go through. He's going to stop there. He's going to keep going. and then he's gonna stop right there because this top layer is frozen still. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna mask it once again like we did with the bottom layer. So we're gonna start with the character and then work our way down into the shadow. So we'll just do this once really quick again. And like I said, guys, I'm doing this really fast. You guys should really take your time doing this, because if you don't do it nice, you'll see like an outline of the map, and it's not really good. So just try to take your time with it. I know masking can get really boring and tedious, but a good mask can mean a lot. It can mean a big difference. So I'm just masking him out right here. Almost done. Okay, so now I'm just going to increase the feather to 3. And now I'm going to mask out the shadow. As you see, we got our other guy back there. Just going to mask out the shadow right now. It's a little pixelated. Sometimes that does happen. It gets very pixelated. Don't worry about that. Oh, no, what am I doing? My bad. I was doing the wrong thing. Yeah, just make sure you have the layer selected that you want to mask. So, boom. Okay. Almost done. Okay, so now that we have that done, as you guys are going to see right now, we just do fit up to 100%. As you guys are going to see, he runs, and then he stops. So there's 3 of them on the screen right now, as you can see. And see how it becomes very rough? It doesn't look that great. Like, I know you guys can't really see it, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. So I really suggest taking your time with the mask. So for the shadow, increase the feather to 3 once again, and now I want to show you guys how to fade them out. So basically, for the first one, hit T on the keyboard, and that's going to bring up the opacity. So what you want to do is, at first, keyframe the opacity to 100. Move, I would say, about 6 or 7 keyframes, maybe even 8 if you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keyframe it once again, hit this little diamond, and then go until the next guy pops up. Maybe 1 frame over. So, and then you want to keyframe it to 0. And then for the top layer, this one, keyframe it at 100. And then keyframe it at 0 whenever you want him to be faded out. So I would say about right there is good. Maybe even, yeah, that's fine. So basically now what you have is duplication with a fade out of the character. So he goes, stays there as he's fading out, stays there, fades out, and he keeps running. I really do suggest when you get the cinematic to not move at all, because if you do move, then you will have to mask the character frame by frame, which you do not want to do, because that'll take forever. But anyway, guys, this has been Monnix. Hopefully this tutorial helped. Leave a comment below. Tell me some other tutorials that you guys want me to do for Adobe After Effects. This has been Monnix, guys. Once again, peace out.